everyone, this is Sarah. Welcome to the Elemental Indigo YouTube channel, and this is your weekly oracle card reading for the week commencing 25th of November. I can't believe it's only a month until Christmas now, which is quite scary. I don't know where this year has gone, but we are here. And I'm going to use the fairy deck this week. It's been a couple of weeks since I used this one. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards as usual. I have a feeling this week's going to be fun on a personal level. I don't know about everybody else. I'll see what the cards say, but I have a feeling it's going to be an interesting week, at least for me. But what we'll do is shuffle the cards and see what the fairies want us to know about this week. It's just some guidance for everybody who's watching this video. These cards are quite difficult to shuffle as well. So Monday, Tuesday, put there. These cards tend to, along with the messages from the angels deck, they tend to get quite sticky after a while and clump together. Wednesday, Thursday, get my days of the week right in order. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're a bit less rushed today because I've got the day off. I'm starting a new job tomorrow, so that should be fun. So I've got the day off today to just clear up a few things and take more time in doing this. So today and tomorrow is feeling safe. So we've got this image of the castle, which can represent, you know, putting up your walls, and as well as feeling safe, not feeling vulnerable, you know, protecting yourself from outside influences like negative people or situations that are going to cause you to feel fearful. We can see the light beaming down onto the castle as well, which I think represents the fact that you can still let good and positive stuff in. You don't have to barrier and wall yourself up completely to the outside world. But yeah, just a sort of theme of maybe facing fears at the beginning of the week, and not letting yourself feel vulnerable, not giving your power away to others who might be making you feel like that. You know, taking maybe a bit of time to go within and protecting yourself from such things. Well, there we go. So yeah, another sort of introverted looking within card here is be honest with yourself. So there's a theme coming up in midweek here of needing to admit to yourself, not necessarily to anybody else, but as mainly to yourself, on how you really feel about something. And if you sort of feeling a bit stuck midweek, or like you don't have a choice in what's happening to you, and it's this sort of theme again of feeling vulnerable and feeling like life is happening to you rather than the other way around. So this card's probably reminding us midweek that we don't have to feel like that. We always do, no matter what the situation is, no matter how bad the situation is or how good the situation is, we do always have a choice of how to think and how to feel. That's something that does come up in relationships as well. You know, you still do, even if somebody's wronging you, or you know, somebody's wronging you in some way, you do have a choice on how you feel and how you sort of react to that situation, and how much you let it affect you as well. And sometimes even just a slight change on angle can really benefit you in ways you don't think about. And you know, you can't change the other person, but sometimes if you just slightly change your point of view and be honest with yourself and take it a bit more in about yourself and just look after yourself, then you can find externally things do start to shift a bit, even if you didn't think you actually actively do anything to shift. So yeah, midweek, if you need to, take some time to go within alone somewhere and just work out what it is you really feel, and if you feel called to speak your truth at this point. This card's also saying that's a good thing, go for it, don't hold back. That's interesting. I think we've got a bit of light reflection on this, so I'll just bring it forward. So that's the card. And the card is awakening your true self. So that's another card. Again, introspective, working on our own self. So maybe, as this card sort of signifies, oops, I'm pushing them over now. This card sort of signifies that you're sort of coming back to who you really are. You're getting more in touch with yourself again. Maybe you've been having these issues with a little bit of fear coming back up at the beginning of the week, but you're knowing how to work through it now, and you're reconnecting more with your own personal strength and your personal power, which in turn is awakening your true self. You're coming back to who you are, which links to all of these cards quite nicely. I'm just going to put this one in front of that one now because we do have a bit of light shine, and apparently I'm that tired I can't pick them up properly. So yeah, if the second card said maybe midweek you might need to speak your truth a little bit, and from that could be that you're not running around pleasing other people all the time now. Perhaps something might come up for you this week where, especially as well because it's getting nearer Christmas and we do start running around after other people, especially family members. So if you are called to sort of speak your truth this week, it might be that you stop running around after other people, burning yourself out, more about yourself this week, getting in touch with your power. And through getting in touch with your power, you might find that you're now getting to a point where you aren't just being who you are to keep the peace or appease somebody else. You're no longer trying to be the person that you think that everybody else wants you to be. You're going to be your authentic self now. You're coming more into touch with that this week, which will bring probably some rather large changes, because again, if you start becoming more authentically you, that often triggers other people around you, especially people who are in a similar boat but don't want to change or don't go through that change, and that might trigger some people off, and situations might be changing. But all in all, that's quite a fairly introspective but very powerful week, I think. These are quite, we've got sort of reddy, orangey colours here. These are all the sort of lower chakra colours, which are relating to, your sense of self, your personal power. So there's a lot of, obviously the theme here is really getting in touch with your personal power and your authentic self, and all the changes that that's going to bring. But we can brave them because we've got enough kick-ass power within ourselves now. So it's all good. So I hope you have a great week connecting with yourself. I think usually when I get the fairy deck at some point there's some kind of nudge to go out in nature. Now, it depends on where you live, and it is, in the UK it's very cold at the moment, but it's also very beautiful. So if you can get out just for a walk with a nice big thick coat on, all the better for you. So have a great week, and I will see you next time for another oracle card reading.